Tomorrow, I get to act as electrical apprentice. I am going to be helping out Owen from 88 Electric. I'm just going to be trying to move things along, do whatever I can do to help him out, speed up the process, and hopefully learn a couple things along the way. Should be fun. Okay, I'm essentially your grunt person today, so I can install these boxes, no problem.
Perfect.
But tell me what to do.
So we have the laser set up at our height. So I just run the laser right on top.
Where is that laser?
Where is the laser?
Is the camera blocking it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So to install these boxes, I run the laser at our height.
Okay.
I put it right on top of this
The top of the
little
box.
lip.
Yeah.
I hold it tight, and then I'll put one screw in the top, one screw in the bottom, and that's going to be nice and tight.
And then this box is specifically for an exterior wall, correct?
So any exterior wall or exterior ceiling, we have to have an insulated box. So that's what this gasket is around.
Because we'll be putting vapor barrier, and this allows
You just
the
seal it
Okay.
correctly. Yeah. Compared to the
Right.
interior box doesn't have that gasket.
Right.
So it's much easier for you to be able to seal to that vapor barrier.
Okay. Awesome. Outside walls, inside walls.
Correct.
Got it. Need that guy. Geez, sometimes you don't need a ladder.
Close to it.
Close to? Okay. Nice. Are you gonna do the lighting here now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was just trying to lay out. Because I need to put poly bags in here.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably get you to do the backing across.
Okay.
Just so that there's a small
Something
lid
to
acoustic seal to.
Yep.
So I was just trying to get the layout so that the lights wouldn't land on here. So we have a little bit more options of what kind of lights we can do, and it just allows for a better seal.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
like
do
that.
8
Yep.
along here, 2 rows,
Yep.
nice and bright for a gym.
We're gonna put them on a dimmer anyway.
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. I'd rather have the option to have it as bright as possible rather than it feel somewhat dim. So.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think a gym's one of those places where you want to have a fair bit of light.
Yes, totally.
Okay, so for the next part with your carpentry background,
Uh-huh.
I'll get you to block across all these. So
Yep.
that's just going to allow the acoustic sealant to seal better so that our air barrier is
Right.
complete.
That's code, right?
Correct.
Blocking on either side.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
just
decent amount.
2x4 or 1x4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Really you have.
This is the fun, brainless, just block, block, block.
Yeah.
I got it.
And
Okay.
there's 12, so 24 blocks. Just a couple.
I'm gonna be a while. I'd rather do it than pay someone else to do it though, so I got this. You're gonna be like, you're gonna have the whole thing wired by the time I get the blocks in.
The game changer for electricians.
Yeah. So that senses the gauge of the wire?
Yeah. Based on what how far in that.
And shoots the staple accordingly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe that's how I've been explained, but I'm not.
And these staples are code?
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're not as bulky as like the staples that you...
Yeah. And yeah, I think what makes them code is that plastic. So because it's not metal on that
Right.
wire, it's got that little plastic
Plastic gate. Like,
insulator, I guess, or I don't know what you call it. But yeah, pretty sweet.
yeah. What's the difference between the blue wire and the white wire?
So blue wire traditionally, plugs need to be arc fault
Okay.
protected, which in this instance they don't need to be because this isn't living quarters. If it was attached to the house, it would be.
Yeah.
But I just like to visually see a plug circuit versus a lighting circuit.
Okay, so
that's
the
why
lighting
also-
circuit will be white.
Yeah.
The
And then
blue.
plug will be blue. There are some like code rules where it does differ and you can put plugs on lighting circuits, but for the most part,
Yeah.
plugs are blue. And not everyone does it. Some people just will mark it at the panel.
Right.
They'll put like a stripe down the white wire.
Yeah.
But they're the same price.
So
Blue
why
and white,
not
so
do
might
it?
might as well just do it.
That would make sense in my brain. So I get why you would do it.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess wire's pretty hardy too, hey? Like you can give it a good yank and
Yeah.
not worry about it too much.
The worry is like sharp corners.
That might strip the wire a
Yeah,
little.
and when the holes are on angles through wood, it kind of gives a sharp edge to that wood in the hole, which
Right.
if you're pulling against that, it will sometimes rip this outer jacket. I'm just gonna kind of show you.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yep.
So in the cavity, if you run the wire, probably about this long,
Okay.
like so that basically this wire can hit anywhere in this cavity.
Right.
And then if you take the stapler and you staple it like that, and just leave it outside the bag for
Outside
now.
of it. Okay.
And then you can run across to your next one.
Yeah.
Same thing. Staple roughly that distance. You want to staple every meter or so.
Okay.
Like the more staples, the nicer it's gonna look.
Right.
And then you just run it to the end of the bag, leave another extra 6 inches,
Yeah.
And then if you do that and you loop all of these bags together, no more than 2 wires in each bag.
Okay.
So you'll just go in series and continue around.
So from there, I would run it this way.
Probably to this one. Yeah, and then
To that one, to that one.
to that one, and then I loop around here. I would drill it all out first, and then basically what you can do is run from here all the way through your holes to the end.
Yeah.
And then just pull loops back.
Like what you're doing.
Like what I was doing over there. So if you're coming back this way, you wanna roughly the same length of that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And then that's where I would staple.
Okay.
So that these end up being, well, that's pretty darn close.
It's like you've done this before.
Yeah. So then, yeah, what I'll do, I'll put a little electrical tape on the end, just to keep them together, and then push them through the bag, coil them off. I'm also happy to drill the holes for you.
Nope, I got it. Thank you though. It's my niece's 2nd birthday coming up, and instead of ordering something online or picking up a toy that she'll probably forget about in a couple of days, I asked her mom if there was anything that she was thinking about that she would want made. And she sent an inspo pic for these shelves, which is awesome because she actually wanted 2 of them at 4 feet long. So custom, made to order. I went searching through our pantry for something that would be the right size, and I thought it might be a mason jar lid, but I ended up using the lid off of our vitamins. And it was the perfect size to create the scallops. This is a project where I wish I had a bandsaw. I do not. So I used my jigsaw. I just went very slowly and very carefully. It took some time, but I think they turned out really well. Don't look too close though, because there's definitely some imperfections. These shelves are my extra special way of saying I love you, and I hope every time she looks at them, she thinks, Auntie built those. Happy birthday. I am going to end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and the little bell to notify you every time I release a new video. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.